Jeff found himself confined behind the unforgiving bars of a prison cell. For legendsoffaith.org, I'm Rob Cutter. Born into a humble Mississippi family, Jeff was destined for greatness. He proved his courage during the Mexican-American War, earning accolades as a brave military strategist. As the Civil War erupted, Jeff found himself at the forefront of a divided nation. Taking on a leadership role, he guided his countrymen through the storms of conflict. With conviction and charisma, he championed the cause of the southern states, determined to protect their rights. However, destiny had a different path in store. With the Confederate cause hanging by a thread, Jeff knew it was time to negotiate. He began having meetings with Union forces to surrender, and he was promised clemency by President Lincoln. Believing that his imprisonment would be short-lived, fate had a different plan. Through a twist of events, the promise of freedom evaporated, and Jeff found himself confined behind the unforgiving bars of a prison cell. With his arrest, the government had three choices: charge Jeff with murder for plotting Lincoln's assassination, charge him with treason for engineering rebellion, or charge him with war crimes for the treatment of Union soldiers. All three, if found guilty, was death by hanging. In the dimly lit confines of his jail cell, the former presidents of the Confederate States of America sat slumped on a hard wooden bench. The weight of defeat and despair bore heavily upon his weary shoulders. Confined with the walls of Fort Monroe, his spirit felt trapped and his hopes diminished. It seemed as though his once bright future had crumbled to ashes, leaving behind only the bitter remnants of a lost cause. Jeff was treated with disdain by the general and officers of the fort as a traitor. He began to resent the rudeness of his captors and begrudged the way the North was punishing the South. As a West Point graduate, Jeff was infuriated by the disrespect shown to him by the officers of Fort Monroe. And as a former U.S. Senator, he was disgusted that the government was denying his constitutional rights. In the depths of his desolation, a flicker of light appeared. A chaplain assigned to the prison, Reverend William H. Channing, visited Jeff regularly. The Reverend, a man of unwavering faith, spoke of hope, redemption, and the power of forgiveness. His gentle words resonated with Jeff, piercing through the darkness that had enveloped his soul. As the days turned into months, Reverend Channing continued to share the teachings of the Bible with Jeff. Together, they probed into the scriptures, seeking peace and understanding. Through the pages of the Bible, Jeff discovered stories of individuals who had faced unimaginable trials, yet found redemption and renewal in their faith. One particular story captivated Jeff's attention, and that was the parable of the prodigal son. The message of forgiveness and second chances stirred a glimmer of hope within him. Jeff began to realize that he too could find redemption, despite the mistakes of his past. He spent hours in prayer, seeking forgiveness and guidance. The weight of his burdens began to lift as he surrendered himself to God, finding strength in the belief that there was a great purpose for his life beyond the confines of his prison cell. As the war wounds on Jeff's spirit began to heal, he discovered a renewed sense of purpose. He started writing letters to former comrades, urging them to seek reconciliation and unity. He advocated for a nation that could heal from the scars of war and move forward together. The news of Jeff's transformation reached the public, sparking both curiosity and controversy. Some questioned the sincerity of his faith, while others saw it as a symbol of hope and redemption. Regardless of public opinion, Jeff pressed on, seeking to mend the fractures that had torn the nation apart. A few years later, Jeff was released from prison. Though physically weakened by his confinements, his spirit remained unbroken. He dedicated the remaining years of his life to promoting unity and understanding, emphasizing the importance of forgiveness and reconciliation. Today, the legacy of Jefferson Davis serves as a reminder of the enduring power of faith and the triumph of the human spirit. His story continues to inspire countless individuals, reminding us that even in the most dire circumstances, the flame of hope can still burn bright. For more stories like this and for ways to donate to keep these stories rolling, visit us at legendsoffaith.org.